Howdy, y'all. I want to start by saying I'm sorry I missed my target date yesterday. I'm new to this, so bear with me as we get everything rolling. But on Saturday, I said I had a surprise for you guys, and I'm so happy to share that we have secured domains, secured social media handles, and the nonprofit is in order. Reynolds Ranch is becoming a reality day by day, and I really can't thank you guys enough for being a part of this, and really Fox Extracted for giving me the opportunity to make this thing come true so quick. With that being said, today is gonna be an update. It's been about a month. I'm sure you guys are wondering, hey, where's this kid at with making this dream come true, this Reynolds Ranch, the helping young kids and young adults connect with nature, ground themselves, and really become a fit as a misfit, I guess is the easiest way to put it. Well, I like to say that the framework is pretty darn close to being done. My aunt and I have been grinding through. Sorry, let me make this turn really quick. Because the blinker, I'm sure, is so loud. Gotta go. Go. Sheesh. Okay. So, the framework, we've been putting in the hours, weekly meetings, everything like that. I think we're really solid on that whole entire process. Like I said, we secured domains, social media handles, and now it's about getting the official paperwork on making this a whole nonprofit and venture. With that being said, currently I'm driving back home because we are creating apparel for you guys. I think that is going to be one of our means and methods for raising money for this thing. I really wrestle with this, do I want to take straight donations? Do I want to do X? Do I want to do Y? And in reality, I don't want to have people give money to something without anything in return, I guess initially, right? I want you guys to have some kind of ROI. So right now we're in the process of designing some shirts. I am going to have a limited time run of a shirt that was special to me. It's a quote that I didn't realize was going to be as impactful for me whenever I said it, but I think it was day 23, day 24 of being out in the wild on that island. I was staying up to see the northern lights, and I said, I'm no longer at war with nature. I feel like I'm living with it. And that's something that I want to keep on forever, and I figured why not share it with you guys. So for all of y'all that are here with me day one, watching the show, really invested in this thing and want to support, I'm going to be having a shirt for you guys coming out soon. Right? I really hope you guys like it. I love the design personally. It's something that I've been really invested in, looking forward to. I've made it myself. And we're currently working through kinks. I just met with the person who's going to be putting this all together for me. And there's a couple more kinks that we got to work out. Hopefully I'll have them mocked up by the end of this week and be able to share it with you guys and start taking pre-orders. And then obviously, hopefully within a week or two of those pre-orders, you guys will have those shirts. You guys can wear them and show everybody, what's going on with Reynolds Ranch and what it's about, and, just spreading the word. Making this thing a home for people who might not have seen the show, people who might not know about Reynolds Ranch, right? There's so many people that I want to reach and so many people I want to change their lives. It's something that I'm really, I guess, just looking forward to, and I'm excited and all giddy, and I just can't wait. I can't wait, man. I think the last order of business, sorry, got a little bit choked up there. The last order of business that we have in regards to the ranch and the updates really is the website. I know my aunt and I set a date for this Friday to launch that. I'm not sure if we'll make that. We're waiting for some key assets. We went and did like a whole photo shoot and everything like that to kind of make the page, and then I got to go through and design the website and get it live and running and make sure all the forms work and like that. But for the most part, I think we are going in the right direction with that, and hopefully we can make the Friday date hit. If it doesn't work out, then definitely by the end of the month. I think that's one of my goals. I want to make sure that website is launched by the end of the month. You guys can follow along. I'll probably have a blog post there monthly, or like a monthly newsletter or something like that, to give you guys updates outside of this video. I know a lot of you guys don't want to listen to me ramble all the time. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. The last thing I think I can think about is land. That's something that we're kind of still navigating. We're still in talks with, trying to find some place in Cedar Hill. I know there's some people that I really want to reach out to, but for the most part, we're trying to navigate how we're going to make this thing happen. I would really love to have something set up for you guys come winter, and I think that really looks like not necessarily buying land, but leasing it. And so really getting the equipment and the activities and the whole schedule and planning and counselors and all the support staff in there by this winter. That way we can go to somebody with a business plan and say, hey, we'd like to lease your land to do XYZ, would you be willing to, yada yada yada, and having that really develop and take off. So stay tuned for that. I think that's kind of the direction we're going. And then the last thing I want to say is we're launching Reynolds Ranch, but also having a less Western, less rugged, and I guess more survival focused arm to it called Libera Misfits. That is something that I have been looking at starting for years now. It's something that I made back in sophomore year of college, 2020. Everybody remembers that year. 2020, 2021, somewhere around there. And it's something that I've sat on. And it's something that I think is really powerful. And it as I grew, it kind of vanished. I wish it didn't. But now I feel like it's time to bring it back. There's me really wanting to reach people in terms of Reynolds Ranch and, focus on that ranching lifestyle and, giving a place for people to disconnect. But then there's also me wanting to reach people who I feel like are like me, who don't fit, who are misfits, people who see the world in a different light, who feel like they don't have a place in it. That was similar to Reynolds Ranch, but really finding themselves and becoming prepared and, learning survival skills, an actual camp aspect of it. So we're gonna go with that for now, I'd say. Well, I don't really know if we're gonna go with that for now. It's not like we're only doing one thing at a time. But how do I want to put this? Reynolds Ranch itself is going to be the nonprofit foundation, right? The ultimate goal of Reynolds Ranch is to give a place where people can come and hang out with me, be family, and get away from the nonsense that is our everyday life. Libera Misfits is going to be a camp where I go out and teach different survival skills, different preparedness tactics. Why do I have this thing hanging right here? That's the key, right? what do I carry? I don't have the backpack back there right now, but usually I do. What do I carry in that backpack that's back there that gives me reassurance that I'm going to be able to get home safely no matter what, right? Different things like that. What do I do on my day-to-day at home to make sure that if anything were to happen, I'm prepared to live for a month, 3 months, 6 months, in whatever condition it is. So that's really, I guess, the best way to explain it for now. A lot of this will be fleshed out more in the upcoming weeks, especially as we launch Reynolds Ranch as a foundation on its own, and then LeBaron Misfits as the actual running camp that, you know, will serve you guys and give you guys something to look forward to, something to attend in the meantime, while we do search for, we as in Raquel and I search for that perfect property that we're looking forward to, you know, have that homestead lifestyle, you know, be able to welcome everybody in with open arms and, you know, serve you guys truly just as family, as friends who just want to have a good time, sit by a campfire, share some stories, and like my fellow attractive family members like to do, play werewolf. With that being said, I appreciate y'all, you know, listening to me ramble while I drive. Overall, I'm still super excited for this journey. I know I took some time away. It really was for work and planning this thing out. Now that I'm back, I'm ready to, you know, hit the ground running and give you guys what you supported me for. Much love. Y'all take care.